the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in or lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Broadcasting live from the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyer Studios. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Go. Ooh, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. Thankfully. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And a lot of excitement around the area. Looking forward to getting to it. But first, Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
I'm back, man. I'm back in town, and listen, it's good. It's good to be back. I had an amazing weekend. We'll get to that throughout the show. We got a lot to get to, so there's a whole lot going on. Okay, so I'm excited to be back home. It does, however, when you come back from Vegas, it feels like you have to take a day or two just to remember like what day it is. So it's, just the time.
I figured.
The day. Yeah, it's odd. It's like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. And
actually, I assumed you'd be taking the day off.
Yeah, no, just rolling right in. It was odd. I ate breakfast and at 9:30 in a Vegas airport, or about 9:00, and got on the plane and landed, and Charity's like, it was almost 4:30, 5:00. Charity's like, what do you want to get for dinner? And I was like, I just had breakfast 3 hours ago. I don't know. That's weird.
That's pretty funny.
But anyways, great time. I could throw in a lot of stories throughout the day and different stuff with that too. But man, glad to be back. And sounds like Chase said it best. He goes, well, there was really no news while you were gone, and we got news today.
Welcome back. Nikki V in the booth.
They want the boot.
Man, I'm jealous. Well, I'm sad James Scott's gone, but it's a pretty day. But Steve comes in rocking his John Cena WrestleMania shirt.
I did. Yep.
And I instantly was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm happy he had a good time. That was about 10% of my feelings, maybe 15.
Cool.
And the other 85 was, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
It was the best thing I've ever done, man. It was.
Yeah,
it was.
You saw a pretty awesome Mania.
Yeah.
And
it was great.
And you saw a pretty, that was as good as WrestleMania was.
Yeah.
That might have been one of the best Raws of all time.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
So,
like I said,
as a wrestling fan, I was happy for you. I was.
Yeah.
But I also had the massive amount of FOMO.
Well, you know what? Next time, look, summertime. I'm gonna hit the big four. I'm doing it this year.
I was gonna say
SummerSlam in New York.
Jersey, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess Jersey.
Yeah, technically, but yeah.
Mike, New York, New Jersey. Same thing.
Is there a difference?
Watch where you say that. Why don't you just go to Los Angeles and wear red and blue? Yeah, no, it was fun, man. It was a really, really good time. But like I said, the chemtrails are intense out there, boy.
Oh yeah.
God, I sent them to Marcus.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow.
It's looking like a checkerboard.
Dude, I've never seen anything. And it makes sense because you'll just be walking and you'll like smell like weed or a chemical and you're like, nobody's around. And I'm like, but that makes sense. I'm like, can you imagine what they're dropping on Vegas?
And you just want to gamble immediately. You smell something, you're like, I need a roulette table.
You sent me that picture, and it almost made me want to go outside here.
Dude, right?
And it's been bad here the last couple of days.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my God. I did win $432 on Buffalo.
Okay.
That was awesome. Buffalo. I don't know. I don't understand those games. But it started doing something.
What's Buffalo? I've never played.
It's
Buffalo.
it's a
slot machine. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like I don't understand slot machines.
Oh no, I have no idea.
So
There's too many ways to win and too many ways to lose.
And it shot 2 coins up into 2 little things, and then it said 8 free games, and I hit it, and it kept going ring, and then a bunch of coins started shooting out, and it was like I even took a video. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but it seems good.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, won $430 on that. So
Tasty.
that was good. Yeah.
Nice.
So I paid for my Raw ticket. We got a suite to Raw. It was fantastic.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So good stuff. Anyway, so that's all that's been going on with me.
Okay,
What about
well, listen. I have to catch everybody up on this morning's excitement. If I do apologize if I if I put anybody in chaos at the studio. But Steve,
Mhm.
it's disclaimer time, right?
Okay.
Marcus Maben, apparently, obviously, is a member of the delegation. Steve, when a police pulls up, parks right in front of you, you just kind of your ears perk up a little bit, you
A
know.
little queasy.
Yeah, depending on. Listen, you, myself, Nikki, we've all just had that police walk up to the window at the studio, and you kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Steve, when the second one pulls up, you're like, right here, right now, right,
Right.
Steve. When the third one pulls up, I'm like, okay, I feel like who's your boy in the scheme, Kristen Dawkins. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah.
if y'all are coming for me, this is a little bit of an overkill, right?
Yep.
Then you hear the sirens, then you hear the trucks, then you hear the whatchamacallit, the fire trucks. They just swarm it. I couldn't tell if it was a tactical operation or what. And I'm like, okay, I'm out. Right.
Okay.
I see him. Listen, I'm not like the typical neighbor that lives out here. While everyone's going to the problem, I am making haste to avoid the problem. I can see they need space to work. They are pushing people out of this area. And I'm like, why are y'all going to the problem? So listen, it looked to be evacuating my little area. And then it kind of sealed it off. So I didn't have to do the full evacuation. But
so everything was good.
Yeah. And you know me, Steve. The delegation, we don't play. We don't ask questions. We run and then find out what happened later. So I was squarely intent on finding out what happened from neighborhood Facebook or whatever you got. So yeah, there's that. Okay, where do we start at, Steve?
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
You're
okay.
Yeah, indeed. Go buy yourself a couple of fire extinguishers. They're like $20, $25 on Amazon. Go get you some fire extinguishers. It's a very simple purchase. Add it to your collection of adult purchases. Okay, Steve, where do we start?
All right. Well, that's a great question because we have two. We have an incoming, or I don't know if it's are we allowed to call it an incoming?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I guess because everybody is up in the air until they're not.
If their name is out there to go, their name is out there to return or head back this way.
Well, we have an incoming Kasean Pryor and an outgoing James Scott. So that was kind of the final day movement.
Okay. So you can catch a deep breath for the transfer portal as far as getting in the portal.
Yeah. So now the portal, at least we know we don't have any more outgoing at this point.
Which is huge for us because our preseason rankings and our projections are based on the roster we have now.
Yes, absolutely. And Borzello put another one out today, and we were 5. I think Kentucky's $20 million roster apparently was.
Is that true, Steve? Do you believe that?
I hope not for them.
I hope not for them.
Because if you spent $20 million on that, and it's a good roster, like don't get me wrong, like, I mean they're a good team. Kentucky's they're gonna have good players every year. But if you spent $20 million and you're still being talked about like in the same sentence as like, well, yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, St. John's, these teams are the teams that had the best ones, and it's like, and you spent $20 million, that means you are just buying guys. And
Or more closer to desperate.
it's not like you, like if I spent $20 million on a roster, I would be like, this is definitely like, I mean, we're top 2 in the country. Like, it's a national championship. Like, you know, I mean, this should be like an ungodly roster. Like,
it would make me
really
miserable.
Spent $20 million on that, then they absolutely overpaid for some guys.
Consider me doing them a favor. Consider me doing the Kentucky fan base a favor by saying, I don't believe that.
I'm with you. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, and I want it to be true. I want it to be true. I really do. Cause I'm like, if you spent $20 million and like, you're still like Louisville's class is still being talked about as good or better than yours. Like Louisville's team in general.
Yeah. It's like, you better go get a GM now.
Yeah. Like then you aren't. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. You need a college basketball GM now.
Yeah. You're paying guys amounts of money that should not be paid.
Yeah. You need to upgrade. I was talking about this the other day. You need to upgrade. Like if you miss on a guy, you know, or if a guy tries to hit you for a ridiculous amount. Can you talk for a second, Steve?
Yeah, no, but what you're saying is true, because it's like if you're spending that amount of money, okay, then is what you're saying is, and that again, okay, let me say it like this. I don't want to say it like it's hard to put into words, but if you're spending that amount of money on that team and you got a team that's ranked 9th or 10th, then I think what you're trying to say is you need to place someone in there that says, okay, because you've obviously missed some dudes and freaked out and paid some okay dudes,
Steve,
the top guy money.
Spending $20 million, you should be paying for, like, you should have a level of excitement. Like your ticket sales should have gone up by 30% with something like that. A $20 million roster, that's supposed to be can't miss a game type of roster.
Honestly, it would be embarrassing for them. And that's why I want it to be true.
Yep.
So I'm going to say it's true because the rumor's out there. So I'm just going to take it and run with it. Just that Kentucky spent $20 million.
No, I mean, it's too late to get the toothpaste back in the tube on that, right?
Yeah, because if you spent $20 million, look, and maybe you do. Maybe Kentucky comes in here and wins. But by God, you better. If you spent $20 million,
that number's not going away. That's their.
I mean,
they might as well get the tattoo.
Woo.
Listen, the 40-0 tattoo. You might as well just get the $20 million tattoo, $20 million championship.
Yeah,
and just wear it.
No,
because you're going to be wearing that for the rest of your life.
Yes. Now let's talk about allocating money and funds and our guys.
Okay, I'm listening. Where do we start?
Because now, well, let me start with big picture first, and then we're almost working backwards, right?
Okay.
Really quick, and you'll see where I'm going with this. Now Louisville has 3 spots. 3 spots open with guys out there in the portal. And when you lose guys, that opens up money, right? So
different perspective.
You lost a guy. Again, we'll get back. We're going to work backwards back to our guys. But you now look at the next portal run and the guys that are in there and the guys that are going to come back from the draft. And you almost expect Louisville to be a decent player in this round of portaling, right? Now, I don't know what all Louisville needs, and we can get to that as we work backwards.
You can be
you can
have a more focused approach as well.
I feel like that.
Mm.
I feel like that because there are guys that, like I said, there's still good dudes in the portal. I don't know where Louisville stands. I would imagine Louisville has the money to probably go get a starter caliber guy, but I don't know that that there's a starter caliber position on this team.
And Steve, I know, like, the conversation ends up getting dominated by money, but playing time and position availability, it's still basketball. It's still your career. Steve, do you know that if you don't play, you can't get more money next year?
Yeah.
If you don't play, or if you're not considered a starter, you don't get money next year. So for everybody who says every jump is just a money jump, it's not. You got, so you have to fit the right position. Listen, at everybody's job right now, there's a position in the department where you can go over here and make more money and be stuck in this position, or you can take less money over here and have the ability, a new department in your company where you have the ability to build that part of the company from the ground up and eventually become a manager and a general manager and a CEO in that section of your company. But you have, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You might have to tell your wife that I'm leaving some money on the table to go do this. But when your opportunity for success means something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of, first thing that what happens is I jump on Twitter, I jump on YouTube, and it's just a money conversation. I'm like, no, it's not a money conversation. It can be a money conversation, but
money matters,
right?
Sure.
Don't minimize the roster spots and availability. It's a big deal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, and now as we slowly start to kind of work back, a guy like James Scott. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's coincidence that announcement, and to my understanding, he let the staff know yesterday. I don't think it's coincidence that Kasean Pryor's announcement, and then you get the James Scott announcement.
That's what made it so surprising from the beginning, Steve.
Yeah.
Like people did not respect that. That's a traffic jam. The reason I spent the last 3 weeks saying you need to imagine that all these dudes are in the portal and look at the value they could bring to another team, not just and the offers they're going to get, the value they could bring, all that good stuff. And I was saying compliments for them for respecting the traffic jam. I'm like, you dudes, like, listen, if I'm the agent or the advisor, I'm not letting James Scott stay here. And I've said that already. Or not stay here. I'm shopping around if I'm James Scott. I probably hate. I shouldn't even said that one. Look, that was probably one of the other times you yelled at me for even saying it out loud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't.
But
go ahead.
Well, I think James is making the right decision, honestly. I mean, I'll just say it. I kind of think he's making the right decision. And listen, I don't think he'll be back. Like, right. I'm saying that in knowing, and you know me, I'm a selfish bastard when it comes to Louisville basketball and Louisville sports in general, right? So, like, Steve is I don't care what's best for them. What's best for me,
right?
Because I'm a fan of the team. I mean, I'm saying that as sorry, dude. I had a nail that I bit out right as I started making a point, and I'm like, "What am I doing now?" Now I've got this half hung nail in my mouth.
You've been on vacation, Steve. Like, you have to get back into your radio. Move.
Yeah, I'm rusty. I don't have the smell of weed and just sex in the air.
You're detoxing.
Golly, man.
Wait, you're detoxing
Anyway,
from adultery and what is?
Yeah, I
what is
didn't even.
sin?
I didn't drink one sip of alcohol while I was in Vegas, and I'm still back here detoxing. It's just like it's in you when you're there. But no, I honestly I don't think James Scott will be back at all, and I still think he's making the right decision. I mean, his minutes, without question, were going to drop. I mean, and I still believe in the year-to-year growth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, so I think James would have gotten a lot better next year.
Would have gotten a lot better.
I was excited to see that. But when you bring in a guy like Sananda Fru and you bring in Khalifa's good or not, if you're like, I don't know, because we haven't seen Ali Khalifa play, sit out all year. James Scott left. Ali Khalifa practiced with the team for the last 2 or 3 months. You curious if he's good or not? James Scott left. What can I tell you?
Coach,
They tell you he's good.
Listen.
Tells me he's pretty good.
Coach Kelsey told you directly to your face, people. He said, sometimes I worry about the other guy's confidence because of what Khalifa's doing to him in practice.
Yeah.
This is somebody who ran a personal campaign for the value of James Scott. So this is not kicking, this is not out the door, see you goodbye. This is not afraid of competition. I mean, listen, that stuff sounds cute to somebody else's kid or some. Now, I won't even say kid. I'll say to someone else who has the physical gifts to make a whole lot of money playing basketball for a long time. It is so easy. Look, there's a million college players listening right now that know maybe if I transferred to a smaller school and tore it up, maybe if I would have. It's a million guys who make one or two moves, one move left, one move right, one school left, one school right. You're a role player here, but every coach is telling you the same thing. Every fan base is telling you the same thing. Stick it out, tough it out. If you leave, you're scared. You are allowed to say it's a good situation. And again, I go back to Billy McCaffrey at Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
He was at Duke, stuck behind the Hurley and probably Wojciechowski or somebody. And it was like one of the only college people I ever just went up to, just like, hey, hey, my name is Marcus. Nice to meet you. And I was a kid, or I wasn't a kid. I was coming up in high school. But when I asked him about leaving Duke, because I was like you, Steve, how dare you leave Duke? You scared of competition, huh?
Yep.
It's like, no, it's not a good fit for me. He was tearing up this SEC at Vanderbilt. It's awesome. But yeah, point being, you know what I said the other day? I said, James, you need to spend all summer working on your hands to be able to not just catch the alley-oop. You got to be able to catch the ball, either drop step, catch the ball, be able to finish off the glass. Then I got sensitive at myself because I'm like, Marcus, you're talking about all the things he needs to work on. You're sounding like he has a lot to work on. So on one side, I'm saying, no, he's a weapon. He is an absolute weapon. On the other side, you can say, hey, he was gonna be in a dog fight for minutes as well. Because it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah. If other guys can catch and finish on the floor better than he can, alley-oop it all day, then you might be able to recover. That's the nicest way I can say it.
No, absolutely. I think that's 100% fair. I mean, and that's the thing. When I look at James, it's not. I don't want to come off as it's one of those things where, okay, James Scott's in the portal, and I'm just going, oh, well, we didn't need James Scott, whatever. What's he
He's
bringing?
a hell of a weapon.
NC State will be a big player for him.
Right.
And, I mean, hey, that makes sense, but I'm also not going to ignore the fact that I don't think he's leaving just because he's not getting money, right? And if he's not, then Louisville has made a conscious decision to say, actually, we're pretty good with what we got. So that's where I'm just not going to.
Something had him comfortable all this time and then not be as comfortable. And I'm telling you, all this time, he has been without saying somebody has tampered with, there's been bugs in his people's ears about what he would command on the open market.
Yeah.
Like I said, not that it's about money. And for him to say it's not about the money. So you're telling me all this time it wasn't about the money. And the very last second, it became about the money.
Right after Kasean says he's coming back. And again, I think the money plays into all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
money is never not a factor.
Especially now in the what's it called?
NIL.
I almost said NIT era. In the NIL era, it definitely plays into it. But here's the thing. If Louisville's okay, so let's say money is what it was about. Well, then Louisville made that decision that they weren't going to up the money. So that's where I think you're going to get the Louisville fans not really freak out about it, because it's like, well, okay, somebody's made the decision here. Either he didn't like the playing time he was going to get, or Louisville has decided we're not going to pay you more than what we're paying right now.
We're not going to match.
Yeah. And that's where I just don't think you're going to get some big
extra
oh my God,
push of panic.
This terrible. Okay, well, you guys, it obviously, what did we say about Kasean Pryor? It's got to work for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Kasean Pryor is probably a $2-3 million player, but he's not coming off an injury. It's got to work for both sides. You know what I'm saying?
So what? So what do you do in the if we're just saying the James Scott spot? Do you go get alley-oop guy?
Could
just go just comb through the portal for the highest alley-oop guy.
Is there any chance Louisville's waiting around on this 5th-year rule?
For who?
Well, I mean, if that 5th-year rule hits, I mean, I think you're going to have a few guys that are going to have. I mean, because if, and I think it's a long shot, but let's say, yeah, I mean, yes, he would be the first one. I think you would immediately look at and go, okay, well, he's probably because if it hits, these guys are. I mean, you saw the two guys, Shefflin and
Brandon,
the ugly, disgusting. Oh my God, the point guard is ugly as sin, dude. Ugly stuff ever.
The Boston College guy that ended up going
to come from Boston College. Zachary.
Yep.
They went into the portal. They have no eligibility, but they're in the portal, and they're allowing them to be in the portal in case this 5th-year thing comes. Then boom, they're in the portal. Well, what if all of a sudden? Now, like I said, I think Chucky and Terrence, they're probably moving on regardless. So
right.
I don't think that that's a thing. I mean, of course, we would take them back.
Right.
Would I take Chucky back? Yeah. But, what if a Rain Smith or somebody like that all of a sudden now has another year? Okay. Well, you probably take him back. And that's going to open up quite a few more guys in the portal. I don't think it's a bad thing to have what Louisville has and have 3 open spots. I mean, it's not like we went and spent $20 million on whatever, and because we panicked because our rival killed it in the portal early. Let's just pay him whatever. We gotta get some guys.
They can really afford
Do
to
they
be.
fit? No. Can
They-
can Jalen Lowe shoot? Absolutely not. Pay him. Okay.
Turn those machines back on.
Yeah. Turn them on. All right.
Okay, so you don't think it's the next move is spot centric, is it?
Yeah, I don't know that Louisville's in a rush to just be like, okay. I mean,
Got to find a
obviously
James
lot
Scott
of people-
replacement.
Yeah, like, oh, we got, I mean, now obviously, like there's guys out there, like in the last 48 hours, it's come out that like Florida Atlantic, that Baba Miller,
Mm-hmm.
I know Louisville's contacted him. I mean, I think it's a good piece. It'd be a nice fit. He could shoot it. He can, he's a lob threat, 7-footer. He can move well. He's a James Scott mold, probably better on the
going up on the
perimeter.
lob threats right now.
Yeah, like, hey, Louisville may just go out and okay, well, maybe that's a piece. Now we got 2 open spots. You've got the international game. There's been talk that Louisville's involved with a couple international guys. Like, I mean, Louisville's, I think they've got a nice, like I said, the 5th-year rule. What if that opens back up? Even if it's not for Louisville guys. Like, even if it's not so much that we bring any guys back from our team.
The market will open right back up.
But the market, everybody, because they would have to give everybody a 5th year that had one this year, that played this year.
Yep.
Like, that would be an immediate, somebody's taking you to court. And
yeah, I didn't know the rules there, and I would have squared that. I would have definitely put my name in the portal.
Yeah. So you would have no choice there. But so yeah, I really like where Louisville sets. And I know we're about to go to break. So I mean, one of the reasons I really like where Louisville sets is the news they got yesterday as well with Kasean Pryor.
Kasean Pryor is a conversation. Let's take a quick commercial break. Load it up. 93.9 The Ville. Hey, Nikki. That's what you got to say to me. To just a reminder. You know, you just forget some little thing.
Yeah, I'm actually texting it to us right now.
Yeah, just to have that as a, like I said, that's the
Duo main stereo setting.
Yep. Yeah, you can put the sound back in. I'm good.
For free.
Like you found them?
And I'm only paying $25 per line per month.
Are they burner phones? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, it's the 4 for $25 deal at T-Mobile. You get 4 5G phones on them, and then it's only $25 per line per month. So everyone in the family is all set.
I pay more than that a month for one phone that I'm still paying off.
Sounds like you're the one in trouble.
Get 4 phones on us and 4 lines for only $25 per line per month when you switch with eligible trade-ins. All on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com. Minimum of 4 lines for $25 per line per month with autopay discount using debit or bank account. $5 more per line without autopay. Up to $830 off each phone via 24 monthly bill credit plus taxes, fees, and $10 device connection charge. For well-qualified customers, contact us before canceling the entire account to continue bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. Bill credits end if you pay off devices early. See T-Mobile.com.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of homes, I have the perfect realtor that can meet all of your needs. The name you should know, Derek A. Stewart. Derek A. Stewart brings experience and expertise to all of your home buying and selling needs. Derek is also familiar with any and every type of property and location you could be interested in. And the best part is your home field advantage is only a telephone call away. So do yourself a favor and call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
You'll hear Kentucky Derby 148 right here on ESPN Louisville, ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville. Now time for another Derby flashback.
We've seen long gaps between Triple Crown winners, but in the 70s, there were three. The final one was the 1978 Derby winner, Affirm. His rivalry with Alydar started in the Derby with a field of only 11 horses.
Again, believe it is second half. Our gains down third.
Doing a great job of hitting the glass. Edwards takes it deep.
And Pryor from the corner. The three for Kasean Pryor. Running of the Kentucky Derby.
Affirmed and Alydar would run 1 and 2 in all three legs of the Triple Crown. 18-year-old Steve Coffin was the winning jockey, and Cuban-born Laz Barrera was the winning trainer.
This Derby flashback is presented by UPSJobs.com.
Attention kingdom-seeking business professionals, entrepreneurs, and investors in Louisville. Are you looking to increase your faith, finances, and future in 2025? Have we got the event for you? Join LifeSearch Saturday, June 21st at Freedom Hall for a one-day experience that'll inspire and equip you to multiply your resources for kingdom impact. Be empowered by world-renowned speakers like two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, best-selling author and coach John C. Maxwell, world's #1 motivational speaker Nick Vujicic, star of Duck Dynasty Willie Robertson, pastor and author Craig Groeschel, president of Proverbs 31 Ministries Lisa Turkhurst, powerhouse entrepreneur Ed Milet, worship by Natalie Grant, and more. Seats are selling fast for this unforgettable event. Don't miss your chance to grow spiritually, financially, and personally in this powerful one-day experience. Go to LifeSearch.com now and secure your tickets before they're gone. LifeSearch, Saturday, June 21st at Freedom Hall. Don't wait. Your adventure starts here. Visit LifeSearch.com today.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Spring Street Bar and Grill, open daily 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. with food served until 2 a.m. Join them for Monday Night Trivia at 7 p.m. with cash prizes for the top 3 teams. Also, Tuesdays, get one of the best burgers in the city and a side of your choice for just $10. Dine in only. That's not all. Daily lunch special, 5 and fry. 5 chicken wings and a side of fries for just $10. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. Find Vigilante Hot Sauce at Spring Street Bar and Grill, too. Spring Street Bar and Grill. Come early. Stay late.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
comment.
If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside
Cody,
to help
do
pay
not
for a
let Robert
vacation
see
later
that.
this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank.
What
That's
about
code
Kasean
EARN for a
and
25
Michael
cents per
Brown?
gallon bonus.
I think
Hey,
they'll have
Card fans, attorney Sam
chemistry.
Aguiar here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurt in a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Sports fans, score big at Boom Boss Pizza and Wash Bar. Enjoy gourmet pizzas, game day specials, handcrafted cocktails, ice cold beer, and the best game day atmosphere in town. Boom Boss is the perfect spot for sports fans, private parties, and gatherings. With state-of-the-art audio and video systems making... Watch. Order online at boombuzz.com.
Derby Week coverage is delivered by Hox's and Evergreen Liquors. Hurry in now.
That Rolex you've always wanted is about to get even more expensive. Hi, I'm Eddie Admoni, VP at Genesis Diamonds. New tariffs imposed on foreign countries is going to have a big impact on fine timepieces. Authorized dealers will have to raise their prices as much as 50%. But here's great news from Genesis. We saw this coming and we prepared. Over the last several months, we've stocked up. And right now, we have a massive selection of amazing luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. Some of them have never been worn, and we're not raising prices on our existing inventory. Genesis buyers have been working for months, buying exceptional quality pre-owned Rolexes on the world market, including the most popular, hard-to-find models. Submariners, Daytonas, Datejust, Skydwellers, Pepsis, and more. You can get the pre-owned Rolex of your dreams without having to wait for years and without having to pay an extra tariff tax. But don't wait. These will not last, so be smart and buy now. Come see me, Eddie Admoni. I'll help you out. Genesis Diamond, Shelby Road Plaza.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
You didn't track down Chris Williams in Vegas?
No, but I got to. I mean, I saw him and I talked to him a lot while we were there. We just never really got to. It's so funny because like Vegas feels like everything's like right there, but yet nothing. You don't see anybody. But yet it's like I think we're all staying like within a quarter-mile radius.
Right, we're right in the same area.
And we're all in the exact same area, but nobody said. But I did chat with Chris Williams quite a bit down there.
Okay,
and then Chris like upgraded his seats, so Chris is like big money.
Yeah, he balling out of control.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, because I thought Chris was like one over from us, and then big money Chris is like, we're like, oh, where you at? He's like, oh, I'm actually down on the floor. Like,
like, yeah, I didn't come out of here. I didn't come all the way out to Vegas to.
Yeah,
sit up.
He was like, I was on a reality TV show, bro. So
yeah,
I'm on the floor.
I need these moments. Also, good luck tomorrow night. Quincy Riley, Tyler Shuck.
Yes.
And all the other prospects. Who am I leaving out? Ja'Cory Brooks.
Yeah, Ashton Gelati.
Yep. Is there who's a surprise? Is it Shuck, or he's not a surprise anymore wherever he goes?
No.
Quincy Riley gets he's gonna get the Jair Alexander bump.
Yeah, I don't want to. I would not want to take away from him. Well, I'm saying Shuck. I don't want to take away from Shuck tomorrow and make it sound like, well, yeah, but it's not really a surprise anymore if he goes first round. Like, dude, he'd be like jackass. I was projecting not even be drafted before the season.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Stay healthy.
But it's looking more and more like Shuck will not be there a few picks into the second round.
Right.
So, like, good for him, man. And yeah, all the others, man. So we'll see a couple guys pick tomorrow and over the next couple days, and excited about that, man.
Okay, so where are we at?
Well, we got Lawrence waiting on through the break. So
fair enough.
Let's get him let's get in him real quick. Lawrence, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Marcus.
How we doing?
You know what? I'm happy that Kasean Pryor comes back. I'm sorry to see James Scott going, but if Whoop can win bad metal, who can play almost like Kasean Pryor, I would not be mad at that. I'm just saying, you got the guys who go inside and out, and Pryor is trying to come back from a knee injury. And if you can add another 6'11" guy who can play just like Pryor, can you imagine what that front line be like? 2 6'11" guys, twin towers, probably dominating with the OC guy few. I'm just saying, maybe being the number 4 team in the country, end up being the number 1 team in the country next year. I'm just saying, like, people gonna hate me saying this, but come on, let's make that happen.
Hey, look, I love the idea.
Lawrence, I appreciate the call. Steve, have you heard Lawrence this giddy in a long time?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It was good to hear him laughing about this.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, just add another piece here. I mean, I will say money don't grow on trees, I mean, so I don't think Louisville's I think you look at the 10 that are here, and that's kind of, to me, that's your roster. And the 3 open spots, I think you're looking for more depth at this point. Like, so I also don't want to oversell it. I don't want to be like, well, and look, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Louisville goes out and they land a dude that's
no, it's easy to go that far with it because it's easy to go to the next stage because boom, 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 all your transfers. It makes you feel valuable too, just like and here's the thing. You're not going to be held hostage. Like, yeah, I know you just spent $20 million. I know you got it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, yeah, we're not Kentucky, bro.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
We'll find a good number.
And Louisville will, I believe, recruit as such down the stretch here and say, no, let's find the right number. Let's find a couple guys that it works good for both. And I don't know that Louisville's even. Okay. I don't know that they feel the need to fill all 3 spots. I mean, I think you will add 2 more guys.
Yeah, I think in 2025, 2024, you got to keep an open spot, man. You have
probably not the worst idea.
You have to keep an open spot. Like I said, there's always, and again, just the way the NCAA is, the rules are so malleable now. Like, dude, there's gonna be some crazy athletic, like I said, European guy. There's gonna be an eligible college player pop open midway through the year, or just the Manny thing, just something. You got to have a spot open. Yeah, it's funny.
No,
I was more uncomfortable. What's my guy's name? The junior college kid.
Calker.
Yeah, Corey Calker. Now here's the thing. When we were talking about James Scott already on the roster. Kasean Pryor, we were assuming he'd be on the roster, and Cocker saying, okay, we're done with the roster. I got to admit, I was still thinking, I'd like to have an extra spot, just one of these spots. And one of the last subjects I was going to ask you is, it was kind of attached to the Native Mint, but I'm like, if you got to kick somebody off to keep a free roster spot, who do you kick off? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to ask that question because I was thinking, even if you don't get Native Mint, I like the idea of having at least one spot. Just on principle. So let me ask you this, Steve. Have you went back and just did the Kasean Pryor highlight reel?
I have.
What?
I have.
What
yes.
did you not remember that you learned from the highlight reel?
Well, I mean, just on the highlight
reel. Yeah,
reel
just the highlight reel. Give me a play, or just okay, I'll do it again, then we'll play out. Because I want you to talk about in the next hour, what kind of player did you remember and what kind of player did you not remember from Kasean Pryor? Here's the thing. I did not remember that play against Tennessee. The spin move.
Oh, yeah.
The spin move to the left hand.
On the post.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the post, though. Like but he dribbled his man back down. Yeah, the finish was at the post.
Yeah, I was going to say, he kind of made the other move in the lane there. Yeah.
Yes. But like I said, a little bit of crossover between the legs. He kind of lost the ball and turned that into a spin move and left hand, and just the showman left hand, after that, and just that energy of that crowd. I forgot about that play. So I'm glad you went back. People, during the commercial break, I tell you what, type in Kasean Pryor. We're going to talk about what you didn't remember, what you did remember about him, and kind of keep it rolling with that conversation. A little bit of, listen, I don't want the James Scott news to rain on Kasean Pryor's parade or the Cardinal, Card Nation's parade. So let's keep it rolling on 939 The Ville.
'25 season tickets are on sale now. Team Louisville City and Women's Squad Racing Louisville will be back in action this March. That makes tickets the perfect gift idea for friends and family this holiday season. A perennial winner, Lou City is one of America's greatest soccer success stories, and top-tier Racing Louisville competes in the world's best league, the NWSL. Support pro soccer in Louisville by securing your season tickets today at LynnFamilyStadium.com.
Hey, this is Bob Valvano. Winter's winding down. Spring is just around the corner, and that means it's time to get your HVAC system ready for the warmer months ahead. Ken J. Biener HVAC, your trusted American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, is offering a $95 air conditioning tune-up special. I used Ken J. Biener & Son for my HVAC services, and you should too. Call Ken J. Biener & Son HVAC today at 584-9960 and schedule your spring AC tune-up. That's BUEHNER, Ken J. Biener & Son, an American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Hi, Shane Hoffman with the Neil Huffman Auto Group. And if you are looking to sell your vehicle, we can make it fast and easy. We will buy any model, any make, and any year. You can visit us online today at HuffmanBuysIt.com. Huffman has it.
Do you want to grow your business? ESPN Louisville wants to help take it to the next level. Let ESPN Louisville assist through the best sports talk, the power of local and national sports news, brand building and connecting fans through audio and digital elements, live broadcasts, and much more. Email us at partnerships@ESPNLouisville.com.
What's a league discussion?
ESPNLouisville.com.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
So you just started working and you're finally on your career journey, but with student loans, rent, groceries, you need every dollar to be working for you. That's why Commonwealth Credit Union created Power Checking, the incredible all-in-one account that powers your spending, and with built-in high-yield savings, grows your balance at the same time. No minimums, no limits. Visit ccuky.org/power to learn more. Power Checking only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you different. Insured by NCUA. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter,
I don't know.
to hire, you're missing
Remember
out.
at the beginning, Pryor wouldn't even start.
That's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at
Maybe Pryor's just a gamer.
ZipRecruiter.com/radio. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I just remember driving my car and losing control of my stick shift.
Hillary Coulthard crashed her car while texting and driving. Her devastating injuries included severe brain damage.
It's very, very important. When you're driving, if you get a text on your phone, ignore it. The text will be there when you stop.
Keep your eyes on the road, Kentucky. Distracted driving wrecks lives. Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Get ready, Louisville. The Kentucky Derby is back, and it's the hottest ticket in town. Join us on April 26th at Progress Park as we kick off Derby Week with an unforgettable day of bourbon, food, and fun, all while supporting the fight against Parkinson's disease. Sample from over 30 top bourbon producers and distilleries. Enjoy incredible food, live music, bourbon raffles, door prizes, a silent auction, and even live horse racing via simulcast. It's everything you love about Derby Week, plus it's for a great cause. General admission is just $120, but here's the deal. Use promo code ESPN25 and get 25% off your general admission ticket. Want the VIP treatment? Snag a VIP package for only $200. Here's the cherry on top. If we sell 50 tickets using the ESPN code, every one of those ticket holders is entered to win a rare bottle of W.L. Weller Foolproof Bourbon, courtesy of TKO Flight Club. So mark your calendars, grab your crew, and head to kyburby.com to get your tickets. Let's raise a glass for Bourbon, Derby Week, and for a great cause.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 330 KentuckianaPumps.com.
What's wrong? I caught my wife in a lie. That's bad.
We're fishing, right?
Yeah.
She catches a catfish, 4-pounder, claims it was a 7, snaps a picture, sends it to all her friends.
And they bought it?
Yeah, people believe her.
You taught her well.
Indeed, I did.
Your Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife reminds you, fishing's not about math. It's about fun.
And fudging a little if you need to.
Kentucky Fishing. Be honest.
It'll make a liar out of you.
Hey, cool 2-minute timed coffee break. Ever considered working at Stronghold instead? We make the Earth's strongest industrial storage right here in Louisville, and we're now hiring for both hourly manufacturing and office roles. You'll get competitive weekly pay, 401k, health and dental benefits, bonuses, and the freedom of working with genuinely not awful people.
It depends on if you think it was coincidence that he announced.
Okay, enjoy your coffee.
Right after
Apply at strong-hold.com/careers.
Something on your mind?
Do you believe
Hit
we're
us
deep
up
at
on
the
the
forward
UPS
center
Jobs
spot?
text line 3831-939.
Recruited over is probably a bad. And huge shout out to one of the newest members of the team. That would be one Kentuckiana Pump Sales, for every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utilities, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Hey, I've got to give proper due as well. The Allegiant Stadium, dude.
Oh,
it's crazy that the Raiders are like, I mean, I feel it. I mean,
So
I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not making fun of anybody.
They deserve to be better.
Holy cow. What a stadium, dude. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, there's no way there's 5 better stadiums in America better than that.
How do they rank compared to our stadium, Steve?
Well, I mean, this is a little, we're talking football stadium. Now, I will say T-Mobile.
I was just about to say, where the Knights play. How was that?
To the Yum Center is, I mean, T-Mobile's nice. It's really nice. It's no nicer than the Yum Center, but it's nice.
How does it compare
But I
to
mean,
Rupp?
it does. Oh boy, where do I start? The fact I had a suite, is a good start. No, but I mean, T-Mobile was really nice, but Allegiant is wow. I mean, when I walked in, you're just like, it feels colossal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, dude, this is a stadium.
So no expense was spared.
Dude, and they're efficient. The lines were good at the food. The food was great. They have, I mean, chicken tender. I got chicken tenders and fries there, and it was some of the best. I know, right? Of course. I mean, they had Auntie Anne's in there. I mean, like everything was just incredible. They have Guy Fieri's is in there. And just the look of it, like in the seats are big and you've got a lot of leg room. I mean, it was, I just had to give them their props. I'm a stadium snob. I like to critique stadiums when I've never been.
Right.
And I got to go to 2 new ones this weekend. And I mean, both of them really passed the test, but Allegiant was like T-Mobile, it was like, yeah, no, that's a really nice arena. Allegiant was like, that's a top 5 stadium.
If you could bring
stadium.
something, like doable to our stadium, what would it be?
Oh, that, I don't know, because I don't know that I really could.
Just the efficiency level?
I mean, maybe it's so hard because I feel like it's tough to compare apples to oranges.
Fair.
There a little bit just because it's NFL stadium.
Yeah, I was just trying to be creative, looking, just ideas.
I know. I mean, yeah, like
there's something about the experience.
L&N, I mean, you've got a lot of really great food options there. I mean, it's a comfortable stadium.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome that question stumped you.
Yeah, that I don't know really that there was anything, like I could say, oh well, the glass top ceiling and the glass retractable on the side for the aesthetics was awesome,
right?
Like they had okay, I'll give you one, even though this one's kind of tough because there's no top to our stadium,
right?
But like they had seats you could buy that were in the last row of the second level. Now, the second level wasn't the top level. There's 400 levels,
right?
Or 4 levels.
4 levels.
And they were like big recliners that you could sit in, and they had just you put your phone on that, lay it on there, and it was a charger and stuff. Like maybe like a luxury seating like that.
Jumbotron.
I mean, our Jumbotrons are pretty dang good.
No, no, I wasn't. No, I was saying you can recliner seat and almost just Jumbotron it.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you're just really comfortable. So I don't know. I just had to give a shout out. Look, if you're a Raiders fan out there, stadium's awesome.
Yeah, and get better. Get your team better.
That stadium and city and environment deserves better. Let's get it rolling.
Okay, Kasean Pryor.
Okay, he's back.
Okay, first and foremost, he is back. Steve, I said this yesterday. I kind of did this at the end of the show. It was like, hey, people, I don't know what's going to happen with Kasean Pryor. Like, this is literally how I finished the show. I don't know what's going to happen with Kasean Pryor. But if you look at him, there's not going to be a lot of Kasean Pryors getting in the portal, late like this.
Nope.
So if you get him, like I was a preemptive strike or a preemptive disappointment lesson that I was trying to get through to people. If you get him, you compare him to every person you see in the portal right now or late, nothing compares to him.
Nope.
Remember that whenever you hear the announcement. Okay. Now Kasean Pryor puts out his video. Let's do it.
Yeah, and what a great video, by the way. Just the what's all the commotion about? He actually put the tweets in there. People like asking, like, is he coming back? Is he coming back?
Which is also my other point, Steve. Like, he's a young man. Everybody likes to be courted a little bit. They like to be fought over a little bit. So it's like, just relax. It's a good situation here. But if you get him, it's a huge get.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
sorry. I was going to go back on the court. On the court, you went back, you watched highlights. What did you forget? What did you remember? By the way, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Feel free to jump in here on the phone line or the text.
I mean, you forget he's a big dude. Like
the first thing you say, do y'all remember that we had a 6'10" guard wing bringing it up the court for the beginning part of the first 8 games.
Yeah, like he's a really big dude, man. That I mean, you're adding a guy who's a legit 6'10", like, that can play. You know what I mean? That can play out on the wing. That can shoot. I mean, I don't want to rewrite history totally. I mean, because there were a couple times you're like, all right, Kasean, maybe the shot selection could be a little better. But
I'm hoping, and listen, a year on the sideline and watching the extra pass, there's no way we battle the same level of shot.
I can say that. A year older Kasean Pryor too. I mean, I think you're right. I think that's part of it, without question. And you're reminded that, okay, if Kasean Pryor, a healthy Kasean Pryor, hits the portal. Kasean Pryor hits the portal right now. What's he worth?
He's still being able to name his price.
Yeah, right. Like, dude.
Also,
that's a massive get.
And say your eyes go first to he's a big dude, right? I go to how many help side plays he made. Here, let me re-rack this for you really quick. And people, if you listened to it yesterday, you just have to pardon me. I just want to bring Steve up to speed on this conversation because it might apply. Now, yesterday I talked about Coach Kelsey and the type of guy he went and got. And so I was kind of separating the team to naturals and kind of like work guys, effort guys.
Yeah.
Who just put in the work to be at this level, but they weren't just natural, just hoopers. When you look at Woolley, when you look at Conley, when you look at, I was comparing to Chucky, I was kind of like, okay, which guys are naturals? So when I got to Kasean Pryor, I'm like, you got to remember, this is a 6'10" natural. Like, he's a hooper. Like, he's not like like James Scott. Like, you could tell, like, he has gifts and he worked hard. He ran hard. He fought, like with what he had, but he wasn't he's not a I say wasn't like, he's not a natural hooper. I kind of put Hadley kind of in the middle earth. I was kind of, and then I compared it to like like I said, that Chucky was natural. But my point is, it's a lot more natural guys this year, than just kind of outwork you guys or weapon for one particular skill set. It's a 6'10" natural.
And you forget, I mean, even just defensively, man, just how his read on, his read on jumping the lanes, just his ability to, and you said it earlier, just his ability to be a threat help side, is big, man. Like, I mean, stand him back and the mental aspect he brings to a game. He's the type of guy that plays a mental game out there too. It's nice to have that.
Did that jump off the page to you when you saw how many times he was just getting in guys' faces and just making those, like, you forget the looks he was giving people?
I mean, and even just the annoying stuff too, because like, you watch his highlights. It was early in the highlight, and I can't remember what team it was against. It was against one of the teams that we blew out. But like he catches the pass and like Kasean like pulls the ball away from him and then kind of like flings his arms, like you can tell the ref calls like a jump ball or whatever.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And then Kasean just kind of like throws his arms up in the air and he's like, oh,
and he walks into underneath the basket and just kind of into the crowd a little bit, or just
and it's like, if you're another player, you're like, calm down, dude. Like, now you're aggravated. You know what I mean? And that's a good piece, man, to have on the team.
So we've gotten this far, right? We've gotten this far in the conversation. You didn't remember before you look, and I'm accusing you of something. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just you wear it for sense of the conversation. You forgot how many times he whipped a pass over to the corner off the dribble with his left hand or his right hand. He put the little extra no looks thing. You remember that no look pass that he hit Noah Waterman with? That was just like, you remember?
I'm agreeing with
you. Yeah, you remember I was saying early on, like Noah Waterman probably suffered the most of him going out. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And like I said, if you watch the game, you'll see the stink on the highlights. Like he's a special player. He's a special talent on the court. He's a different, and again, he plays it with some joy, with some, with some swag, panache, and that kind of stuff is important too when you're trying to make a run. When you're trying to, I mean, even when you talk about, you and I had this conversation all the time. When you're one of those top 5 teams, or when you're one of those big time teams, you want to have a reason too for people to say, okay, this team is a good team and they have studs, and it is good when you can point to a guy and say, okay, we know he's going to command some attention, right? And again, it was great to have a team full of like going into the game. You never know whose night it was going to be. That was awesome. But yeah, this is a guy who will take the first swing at any team.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, again, that's stuff that you just can't replace. Like that cannot. You know what I mean? Like I can go find a 6'10" guy. Go find a guy that can play somewhat that style. I'm not saying he's as good, but the whole package that comes with Pryor is what can't be replaced. Like just that whole locker room, have him on the sideline, having a guy like that can, that almost feels like big brother on the team. Like, I know you can't mess with me because I got him here. You know what I mean? Like that feeling of just, I've got the bully on the court.
What part of his game improves because of his injury?
What part of his game improves because of his injury?
Yeah, what part of his game improved by sitting on the sideline this year?
You said it a minute ago, but also I want to add, in transition, I think you forget how good, not you, but I mean, just in general, myself, you forget how good he passed the ball in transition as well. I mean, I know you talked about
he was comfortable with it in transition, not just kind of like getting it up the court.
I mean, there was one, I remember it was early in the season. it was on the highlight, like he dished over to Hadley. It was like he gets in the lane and kind of no looks.
That was a real like 3-man, 3-on-2 or 2 or 3-on-1 break.
I think probably watching the game, and how many times do you think Kasean Pryor this year? Because we weren't great in transition at all. We weren't bad, but we weren't great.
Steve, that statement you made is probably the one time that I'm just like, we were bad, Steve.
Yeah.
I know what you said. Listen, we all have our spots where you just say, I'm gonna bite my tongue on this one because maybe it was just team centric, but I'm like, oh man. And that, again, that's me being an old man too.
Well, no, but they were just, there was a lot of, but how many times did Kasean Pryor watch a play this year and think, oh, I saw that, you know what I mean? Or okay, oh man, if he would have hit him here. Like it's little things. Just, I mean, that when you can sit right next to the court, especially for a guy like him, and be forced to just watch basketball.
GBT all year long.
And you're a part of it. So I mean, like you said, GBT, man, you're a part of it. And you're adding to the conversation. I mean, Triple H said something this weekend, actually, on Pat McAfee's show that I thought was great. Which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to go to the Pat McAfee show, for the love of God, go. It was the most energy I've ever seen. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I'm Paul Hammond stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. God. Oh yeah.
How bad was it? Because they censored it off of.
You're talking. Oh, that was the roast. Oh no. The Paul Heyman stuff at Pat McAfee.
With
the
fan.
Oh yeah. It was really bad. Yeah, he went in on that
Because
dude.
Strebel brought it up, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what he said, because like there's the clip where he's like, oh, and I want to talk to you, and then it's just radio silence.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you off the air. Yeah, it was insane, but the energy there was just unreal, man. But Triple H told him, he said, he was talking about critics and just different things. He said, imagine I told you to go watch a movie. Okay, you would watch that movie, whatever. He's like, now imagine I told you to go watch a movie and bring me back a report about the movie. He's like, you'd watch that movie in a whole different way. He said you would critique here, you would see this, you would see this. That was Kasean this year. You know, hey man, okay, you can just watch some ball, but now you're and maybe the first few games was like that when he was over on the side and he couldn't move and his leg was up in the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just worried about somebody. Look, he was just worried about somebody diving over here.
Yeah. You're away from the court. But when he moved back to the bench, it was like, now you're a part of the team again, dude. So now watch this and critique this and give our guys, talk to our guys and all that. And he got to do that for almost the whole year, dude. Like that's incredible.
And have a good conversation with Khalifa.
Yes. And like our guy, Alan Thomas from T-Shirt Hooligans says, that play against Indiana, which I said was kind of my play of the year almost, that without him, that probably ends up in some sort of a contested layup that still maybe goes in. But that's the difference of having him on the floor as opposed to not. You can throw that ball back, and now you've got a 6'10" Rhino coming down the lane that's going to go up and try. He tried a couple dunks this year that I was like, yeah, if they had moved, you couldn't have got there. But I love that he tried it.
I'm like,
it didn't matter.
Or I'll take a step further, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll do. You remember we used to joke around about rim check guys.
Yep.
He knows what you know. He knows he didn't have a chance of doing that, of getting that dunk, even if the guy wasn't there. But you know who he was doing that for? His teammates and the fans.
Oh.
Okay. You're showing them you're willing to try. You know you didn't have a chance. But I want it's the guy who dives out of bounds for the ball way too deep into the stands.
Yep.
You just were showing the people, which I got no problem with.
No,
because if you don't have that when it's winning time, it's just that extra gear that you don't get to if you don't show the fans, or show your teammates, and show the other team. Be careful.
Yeah,
because I am just crazy enough to try to dunk on anybody out here. But yes, he and Kanairu's had a couple of those this year.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know. Kanai really did.
No, listen. I'm listening.
There was one Kanai. I can't remember exactly what game it was, but I was like, I'm glad that guy contested that, or else you would have just
looked bad, just caught air
all time. Yeah, one of the all timers that was just like, oh.
Listen, Steve, and this is just me in a PTSD moment. That's the missed dunk, right? The missed dunk and the try to challenge him. That was the most confrontational thing, or that was probably the biggest disagreement between. Listen, out of all the things I joke around about Coach Denzel Crum, right?
Yeah.
If you missed a dunk, Steve, I mean, could you imagine as athletic as these Louisville teams were, for you missing a dunk and coach just saying, I don't want to see you dunking anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, I tell people, if he ever touches you with his paper, with his rolled up coaching javelin, I would always tell people, if he tapped you on the shoulder with it in anger, it felt like somebody hit you with a baseball bat. Listen, imagine somebody tapping you with a rolled up program and saying, if you can't dunk it, don't try it. And you're like, oh, I can't believe you just said that to me, Coach.
Yeah. Coach, I could have done that.
I got fouled, Coach, and I missed the dunk.
Yeah.
Well, if you use the glass, you'd be an and one.
You're like, yeah, that's what I should have done. You're right. You're right.
Yes.
I should have shot a bank shot.
Imagine the Listen, because here's the problem, Steve. The crowd is hyped. The crowd is like, yeah, bang on him. You know, yeah, get him next time, maybe. You over there like, I ain't going back in the game.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done for at least 10 minutes. Listen,
yeah.
Judge Webb agrees. Listen, you missed the dunk. It doesn't matter how athletic it looks, Steve. If you missed the dunk, you should have used the backboard. It doesn't matter if you got fouled. I tell people, the guy put his hand up through the bottom of the rim, Steve. Mm-hmm. And coach was, I don't care. He should have used the backboard.
Yeah.
Kasean and Kanai would have been eating bench leather all
year.
See, especially if it happened anywhere after the 16-minute mark of the second half, then they won't see the court again. It'd be
Coach Crum was probably like, well, I've got two national championships. So.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he doesn't care. Listen, 4 games on the bench. I bet you won't miss another dunk.
Yeah. I learned under John Wooden, and I have 2 national championships. You will shoot exactly how I tell you to.
I'll see.
Okay. Right.
Marcus, you missed that dunk. I'll see you in about 4 games.
There's nothing worse than questioning Coach Lieberman as an assistant coach.
Any coach that knows what they're talking about.
Oh, do you got 10 state championships?
I can imagine, Steve.
I'm like, no.
And just the arrogance to think that you might see something that he didn't see. It's like, you think I didn't see that, Steve?
You ever been to a Final Four? I mean, yeah, 2. It
cost me. Yeah, it cost a pretty penny.
Now's not the time.
How much did it cost you, Coach Lieberman?
Yeah.
Well, I go to Final Fours for free. How much do you pay? I tell you what, let's take our last commercial break. 93.9 The Ville.
2025 season tickets are on sale now for Louisville's professional soccer club, starting at just $12 per game. The men's team, Louisville City, and women's squad Racing Louisville will be back in action this March. That makes tickets the perfect gift idea for friends and family this holiday season. A perennial winner, Lou City is one of America's greatest soccer success stories, and top-tier Racing Louisville competes in the world's best league, the NWSL. Support pro soccer in Louisville by securing your season tickets today at WinFamilyStadium.com.
All right.
For pure safety and total clean, call the experts at Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their CR water technology replaces those old school chemicals and harsh soaps, leaving your carpets cleaner longer. Right now, you can get 3 rooms for the price of 2. That's 3 rooms clean, but you only pay for 2. Mention ESPN Louisville to secure this deal and book online at ZeroResLouisville.com. And ask about Zero Res's commercial cleaning, too. Zero Res, all they leave is clean.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Most people don't put much pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Sorry, I didn't realize I had it. Red State, I didn't realize I had it on mute. 3303 Industrial. So we enjoying the new graphics, the new presentation, or what? Visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
This is Nathan Huber with
I know the
as a sports official,
the
I'm
other
always
ones are
on my
a little
feet.
lame.
I suffered with severe pain in my left foot for 2 years. Having been misdiagnosed by 2 other podiatrists, I was frustrated and not sure where to turn. I was fortunate to find Dr. Patel and his great team at New Horizon Foot and Ankle. On my first visit, Dr. Patel correctly identified my issue and started treatment that day. Thanks to his expertise, I am back on the field stronger than ever, and I can't thank his team enough. New Horizon Foot and Ankle, where innovation meets excellence.
The weather may be cold, but that's no excuse to not work on your game and get some swings in. Head to 5 Iron
It has
Golf,
been an
outfit with
notification.
state-of-the-art trackman technology.
Oh,
and
Slam
high-speed
Tana.
cameras. Split it out with a serious practice
couple
set,
of,
or tee it up at PGA Tour venues like Pebble Beach or Valhalla. There's something for every level of golfer.
Put it this
Hungry?
way.
Grab a bite from our terrific
Most
gastro
nights
pub
I'm
menu.
planning on
Swing
doing the
instruction
show.
and corporate event space available as well. Want to become a member? Check out our New Year membership deals at
Sometimes around that time, I just
5 Iron Golf
I gotta
at
get my
836
sleep
Market
schedule
Street
back.
in Nulu.
Hey guys,
I've been
Marcus
taking
here.
my
Is your
naps
home
too
too
early.
cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, or are your energy bills too high? Then it's time to call First Choice Insulation, your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. At First Choice Insulation, they provide top quality insulation solutions to keep your home comfortable year round. First Choice Insulation has
I'll-
worked on projects
I'll
like Denny
improve my
Hall
scene
and some of the
transition.
largest commercial
And
and residential builders in
wanting
the
to get
region.
my
Whether
new
upgrading your
graphics
attic or
package
insulating your crawl
together.
space, they've
So I
got you
could
covered
come
with
back
professional
strong.
service and the best materials. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation. Stop burning dollars to heat and
I've
cool
been
your
watching a
home.
lot
Mention
of
ESPN
content
Louisville for
too, so-
$100 off your next project. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
When you're injured, life doesn't stop. Medical bills pile up, work gets harder, and the insurance companies, they're not on your side. At Louisville Injury Law Firm, we are. We're local attorneys who live and work right here in Louisville. We know the people, the courts,
Y'all got
and the
any,
fight it takes to get you the compensation you deserve.
you have any,
Whether it's a car accident,
lunch
workplace injury, or
recommendations?
slip and fall, you are our priority. No gimmicks, just real lawyers, real results. Call 502-242-9000 today for a
I
free
don't want
consultation.
leftover
No fees
pizza.
unless we win. Visit
I had pot
LouisvilleInjuryFirm.com.
roast last night.
Local, trusted, and fighting for you. This has been an advertisement.
I had pot roast.
When you're hiring, have you
Put it
ever
over a
felt
little
like
rice.
you're
It was
missing
really
out
good.
on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere,
Girls.
right? Well, they're not
If-
hard to
if I
find
was
when you know where to
anywhere
go.
near
And that place is
Four
ZipRecruiter.
pegs, I would
And
go.
right now, you can try
It's a little too
ZipRecruiter
far
for
for me
free
right now.
at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps
Brown
10
turkey
million
meat.
people with their job search every
Oh,
day.
I might do
And because
burgers
these
tonight.
people are
I might
actively looking
some
for
home
jobs
burgers.
just like yours,
Maybe
it's easy to
quesadilla
find the
burger.
right person right away. In fact,
some-
4 out of 5 employers who post on
queso
ZipRecruiter
cheese.
get a quality candidate within the
Shredded
first day.
queso.
But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy.
I'm gonna use
When
that
you go
ground
to
chuck
ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
I really do. All honesty, man, I think
ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
I think
Never miss out
is
on
waiting.
great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
everybody made some good offers. It's
Looking for a
getting
thrilling
back.
new
He's from
experience in
Carolina.
Louisville? Head over to Next Level Ranges.
And
The
that
city's newest
Kasean
high-tech
thing was
gun
just
range.
like,
Whether you're a
I
pro
think the
or
Kasean
beginner,
thing
we've got
was
the perfect
the-
setup with state-of-the-art lanes,
like the
expert
final straw.
instructors, and a safe, welcoming atmosphere. Wrap up your shooting with a farm-to-table meal from Brass Social, or kick up your feet and relax in our exclusive members lounge. With personal lockers for your convenience,
I'm
you'll feel
telling you,
right
man,
at home.
'cause it's like, what you
Located
gonna
just
do? You're
off
gonna have
Parkway
James
across from
Scott,
Lexus of Louisville and JT, Next Level Ranges. with
Ali
the continuous
Khalifa,
fashion. Visit
James Scott, Ali
nextlevelranges.com for more
Khalifa,
information.
Frew,
That's nextlevelranges.com.
and Kasean Pryor.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer
And them
from
up-
gout?
them
Gout
guards
is a
are
very
cold too,
painful
man.
form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart
Shahar
disease.
Cafe.
I bet you didn't know there's
Where is
now
that
a
at?
Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments
Sorry,
to get
man,
you
but what's up?
relief fast. If you have
What you
gout,
doing here?
be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at
Nick needs to do a remote. He had to go do a
502-719-2472
remote.
or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
I just told Rummage. I didn't know.
Hey, card
about James
fans,
Scott
attorney
before
Sam
I
Aggie are
sat
here.
down.
Proud partner
Really?
of Louisville Athletics
Yeah,
and
'cause
ESPN Radio
I
Louisville.
literally woke
Car
up
wrecks
and
can be a nightmare,
drove
and
here.
insurance companies are just going to
Didn't
make
even,
it
like, check my
worse.
phone.
Yeah,
As part of our
I was
team,
disappointed
we
in
take
that.
care of those hassles, so
I
you can
can't lie.
focus
I
on
mean,
getting better.
yeah,
We've
I
helped
think it's more
thousands
the
of car
fan
fans
favorite
get
part.
Wait,
right
pull that
claims.
pull that
And
music
it would
down
be
real
an
quick.
honor to work
Let
for
me
you
hear.
too. So if you've
I
been
can
hurting
really
the
hear you. Okay, I'm listening.
It's more the fact, like, I think he was a fan favorite because, like, the mask thing, he dunked. Like,
He dunked.
He was a fun guy to watch, but I think he's replaceable. But he's also very young, which, like, what was he still like 19?
Yeah.
That's the tough part.
I like again, if I'm his dad or his family, like I would have tested the market anyway, you know. But
Yeah.
you don't wait. Like he was getting the reason I don't think it's a money thing is because I'm telling you, if you put James Scott highlights on YouTube, if you watched it, you would be like, this is a $4 million player, you know, just like, and imagine a coach is like, I can work with that.
Yeah, that's true.
So
All right, coming back in 45.
okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's just all good though. Yeah. I hate to see him going. You can put that sound back in my ear.
Bourbon raffles, door prizes, a silent auction, and even live horse racing via simulcast. It's everything you love about Derby Week, plus it's for a great cause. General admission is
Been a while since I had a
$120,
hot
but here's
brown.
the deal. Use promo code ESPN25 and get 25% off your general
It's in the
admission
valley.
ticket. Want the VIP treatment? Snag a VIP package for only $200. Here's the cherry on top. If
I
we
don't
sell
think-
50
yeah, I don't
tickets
think
using
it was
the
a business
ESPN
thing.
code, every one of those ticket holders is entered to win a rare
I don't
bottle
think it was
of
a business
WL
thing.
Weller Foolproof Bourbon, courtesy
Right.
of TKO Flight Club. So mark your calendars, grab your crew, and head to kyburby.com
I
and
know,
get your
Derwin.
tickets. Let's raise a glass for Bourbon, Derby Week, and for a great cause.
Coach did not like you missing dunks. Oh. Sorry, YouTube. While you think about that, I'll ask it one more time. I had the YouTube channel on mute. Sorry, guys. Which two players on this upcoming year's basketball team will have the best chemistry? Which two-man game, offensively, defensively, rebounding, inside out? Which two guys will have the best chemistry on the team? Who will have the best connection and be effective? Not just you pass each other, will have the most impactful, two-man game on the team.
Okay, let me give you who it won't be. Look, I'm going to take your question and answer the opposite question. Adrian Woolley. Because that is my hooper this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Adrian Woolley is my this year's candidate to be
himself.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
team.
no, it's important, Steve, because you always
in a good way.
Yeah,
In a
you
good
always
way.
make it a point to say you have to have that guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't want him to be the nice guy. You don't want him to be your leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you always make it a point to put that one.
I feel like he will be that guy this year. Like I said, and I hope he is. I think he'll be his best and best for our team if he's that way.
Right. My first
So
one,
then-
I got Markel and Khalifa.
Okay, I like that one. I was gonna almost say I'm trying to find who I put with McNeely because I feel like McNeely is going to be able to shoot the lights out. And I'm like, who do I put with him to find the best chemistry? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going
Listen. I'll stick through with McNeely.
Okay.
Right. It's funny.
I'm listening.
And I'm not even going to the game just yet. It's fun. You just saying McNeely. I'm like, you want to know why I picked Frew? European style, the way he rolls. Like he rolls looking to get something a little closer to the basket than the other guys.
Yeah.
Like like when Khalifa rolls, he's rolling because that's kind of what he's supposed to do, a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just think whoever rolls the hardest to the basket is gonna, because that ball fake and that jump on McNeely, the way he kind of works off a pick and roll or a handoff, he's really strong with his base, and his showing the ball is really good. So whoever is gonna roll the right way, you know what I'm saying? Like it might just and listen, and the roll might not even get passed a lot. It might just be good for getting McNeely shot off, but just I don't necessarily think that'll be the best group together, but I'm just telling you, when you said McNeely, I was just thinking of who rolls the hardest. So that's what just made me.
Yeah. No, and that's absolutely.
And all this is again 100% theoretical from the beginning.
Sure, but you're 100% right. I mean, when you look at, rolls open, or run into the rim. I mean, that opens up shooters. So, especially if you're a serious threat. Listen, it's going to sound
it might be Woolley and Conwell.
Yeah,
it could just be two. We just work it together.
I'm not opposed to saying that Conwell and a guy like Conwell and McNeely don't say, okay, we know how to get each other open up here at the top, and we know little things to just, we know when to slip, when to not, we're two shooters that, I'm not saying that's not going to be the case either.
Khalifa and Conwell. Who's the best cutter on the team?
Oh,
if Khalifa's the best passer, who's the best cutter?
It's going to be Conwell, right? Just from watching videos.
Okay, I can say Conwell, or I could say Khalifa can read the defender. McNeely can read the defender if he's trailing. Have the ball bounce pass right in front of me. You may have seen a clip going around that, and it's awesome to hear a guy like they were describing Jason Williams, white chocolate Jason Williams. And he said, when you go off the screen, the ball will be out in front of you on the bounce pass if he's trailing you. So he's basically like, don't waste time. Like if I bounce it out in front of you, keep going. If I give you a chest pass on the curl, it's open for the pull up. So he's telling you, like, you're coming back towards me to get the ball. I'm telling you, you got the shot or you got the drive. So don't even think. Just if it comes bouncing, keep going to the basket. Yeah. So just imagine just that level. Like Ali Khalifa reads the defense like that. So he puts the pass in front where it needs to be. He puts the cutting bounce pass or the backdoor pass. Listen, early on in the year, I'm sure you may get some turnovers where Ali Khalifa's going to throw the ball on a bounce pass, and the guy's going to be standing out by the 3-point line, and it's going to go right out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And everybody's going to be like, what is he? I thought Maben said he was just a great passer.
Nope. And everybody, no, you're right. I'm not saying nope to you, but no, everybody who is on that sideline, watches basketball and different things, they're going to look at the guy and they're going to go, why, where were you at?
Why didn't you cut? It was there. Yeah. Everybody on the team saw it was there.
Yeah.
I expect you to be there when the guy's overplaying you. Not a hesitation, anything.
Do you want to get Chris in here real quick?
Absolutely.
He's been waiting on the line. Yeah. Chris, welcome into 93.9. What's up, man?
What's up, baby?
Chilling.
That's it.
So, hey, real quick, Maben's talking about get a fire extinguisher. He knows we grew up with baking soda by the stove. That's how we put things out. Don't let him get bougie on us right now. We didn't have no fire extinguishers.
You were in 2025, right? the baking soda is probably watered down now anyway.
I work for the fire department, so I'm fire extinguisher for sure from here on out. Our parents just didn't know. Steve, Vegas, love it. You standing somewhere, you look, you see something, you think it's right there. That's 2 miles away from you.
Yeah.
I don't never need to go back. That's way too much walking.
That's a lot of walking. It is a lot of walking.
So here's what I'm going to tell you about Scott. I think Pryor's injury and his recovery absolutely demolished him. If he doesn't get hurt, then Scott plays the 12, 15 minutes that he's supposed to play. He's back on the team this year because he would have been an energy guy. Because Pryor got hurt and he had to go into the starting role, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. He can't go back to playing 10 to 12 minutes. So, yeah, I think he has to look for better options because that's who he thinks he is now. And I love the guy. For some reason, he comes back. I accept him open arms, but I understand what's going on with him. Now, as far as Kasean, y'all saying, what do you think he learned? Kasean is our 6'10" Russ Smith. He's the guy that you go, I know that wasn't right, but he'll get it right next.
Did we lose you? Oh no,
we did. But
that was a great point. That was a great point.
Yeah,
that was a great point. That's a good way to end the show. You can go ahead and play us out. Wait. Give a shout out first. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me definitely remind everybody about my friends over at Tri-State.
It helps you with your Vegas trip, I'm sure.
Yes, he just mentioned it right there. He said it's a lot of walking, and I did a lot of walking, and I felt great, man. I felt great. Look, because I did a lot of nasty eating too. I'm not gonna lie to you. And but man, hey, listen, I felt great. Walking the strip and what they call Vegas blocks is no joke. But man, I could really tell the difference. As opposed to this time when I went a few years ago. And you can do the same thing. Get over there to tristatemenshealth.com, take their low T quiz. It's 10 questions, take about 2 minutes. You're going to get yes or no answers. It's very simple, and see if any of that applies to you. And if it does, that might be what your issue is. And you might be like me and be like, no, there's no way it could be testosterone. I'm a man. I like my steaks medium rare. Look, I'm a dude. All right. And you'd be like, but once you get that taken care of, you'll start feeling better than you felt in your life. They've got locations here in Louisville, Northern Kentucky, and Cincinnati. Go to one of those great locations and check them out. The Reds use them. I mean, you're talking professional.